volume's gone currently. Lovely. Okay. Hang on. Oh, I was back for a second. Okay. Let's try this again. Hang on. 1 second. I'll be here, I promise. There we go. Okay. Hey, I'm here. Sorry about that. Okay. Hey, how's everyone doing? Sorry for that rocky start. I am playing the test today. I've seen Markiplier and MatPat play it, and it looks very intriguing. I'm very curious. My camera's way off center now. Hang on. Oh, come on. Okay, we're not dealing with that. I was trying a hack to make it so that my camera doesn't shut off every 30 minutes, but I think I'm just gonna have to deal with that because I'm not dealing with not even knowing if it's going to function at all. So yes, I met my follower goal last stream of 150, so, to celebrate, I thought it would be fun to play this game, because it's kind of a personality test, so it's a way for you to get to know about me, and I thought that would be a fun way to celebrate. So I'm going to switch on over. Alright. This has super ominous music. Hang on, let me... Hello. Now, in order to begin, this is the most important part of this entire experience. Oh boy, the most important parts. You'll be asked a series of questions, and you must answer them honestly. I promise to be completely honest. I am not going to hide anything, no matter how embarrassing it may be. Now, when I say answer them honestly, I don't mean answer them how you'd like to answer them. Answer them with the truth, even if that's hard to face. I'm going to do my best. I do sometimes lie to myself, so I'm going to be as truthful as I possibly know how to be. And also, if you want to put your own answers in the chat, I'd love to learn more about you too. We all want to be good people. We rarely want to admit our faults, grievances, or mistakes. This is very true. But you must decide what you truly want. Do you want this to work properly? Do you want the truth about yourself, your destiny in this world? Or would you rather live a lie just to hide from yourself? I'm not hiding from myself. I'm embracing the truth. The process is very simple in theory. Just answer a long series of questions. That does sound simple in theory, but answering a lot of questions can get more complex, especially since I'm super indecisive and my brain's often divided on stuff, so... Also, oh my, so whenever I've seen this before, I just thought that this was a guy wearing a plague mask, but on GT Live, Matt did a meme review, and no, it's a girl with this long hair with wearing a witch hat with a plague mask on the witch hats. And I had not noticed that. And now my mind's blown. And so that's really cool. And I think this is probably a picture of her because it looks kind of similar. They have the same eyes. I'm very curious about this. That's a bed. No, that's a doll sitting on a bed. I'm hoping for a game theory on the lore of this. What's difficult is self-analyzing your own psyche to evaluate the truths in your own mind and life so that you can predict your future. Sure. This is a super long intro. You see, also, let me know if the volume's good. If I need to turn anything down or if things are good. I am gonna turn the desktop audio down a little bit. I don't want to be drowned out with just background noise. Hello over on TikTok. I am currently playing the test over on Twitch. It's like an indie horror personality test thing, so, it's very interesting. I'm curious about it. You see, as long as you're honest with these questions and answers, you'll be able to see your own future here. Awesome. This will tell you things you already know, but don't necessarily know that you know. Alright? I feel like there's a lot of things I know, but don't know that I know. As long as the answers you provide to the questions asked are 100% honest and true, this process will simply unlock a part of your minds that you do not have natural access to. Okay. Over on TikTok, do you play Rocket League? No, I'm not familiar with that. I mostly play indie horror games. But I am a variety streamer. I just generally lean towards indie horror. For some reason, I don't like horror games, so I don't know how this happened. But it happened. This isn't psychic. This isn't a personality test. Okay, so apparently I was saying it wrong. This is not a personality test. I apologize. This is simply nature. This is just nature. This is you. Super dramatic. This is your own mind. This is simply nature taking its course. An alternative name for this game. Nature taking its course. This is the human brain at work unlocking hidden truths within itself. While attempting to answer many of these questions, you'll often wonder things like, well, this answer depends on the circumstances. Yes, that's my problem with these kinds of tests. I'm always like, well, it depends, and a little bit of this, yes and no. I'm so wishy-washy on it. Create your own circumstances in your mind and answer the questions with a simple yes or no as you see fit. You may not understand nor realize it, but your mind will develop the situation required to answer your question the way it needs to be answered. Okay, cool. Thank you for giving me permission to do that, because I'm always like, is this kind of scenario it means, or is it meaning more like this? So, awesome. Just whatever the first thing pops into my mind, go with that scenario. Create my own circumstances. Got it. Awesome. Can do. I invite you to grab a drink of water. I have tea. I will do that. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the experience. I will whenever this monologue finishes and I'm able to start. We are about to begin with a series of questions, and provided that you're a willing participant... Am I a willing participant? Are you forcing me to do this? We will be unlocking some substantial information today. Here we go. Do you believe that everyone should always be treated fairly? Yes. Definitely. I'm a big advocate of treating people fairly. Also, since this is kind of a celebratory stream of reaching 150, I'm going to explain my answers some so you get to know, like, the logic behind it and get to know me a little bit. So do I believe that everyone should always be treated fairly? Yes. One of my pet peeves is, like, injustice in the world. Like, I feel like if you earn respect, you should be treated with respect. If you don't earn respect, then you shouldn't be treated with respect. That is what's fair. That is what's just. And I feel like everyone should be given a fair chance. So, yes. Do you believe that everyone should always be treated equally? Okay. So, this is slightly different. Fair is not the same as equal. Those are actually very different concepts. So should they be treated on? If I said people should be treated fair, that kind of says not equal, because they should be treated fair according to the kind of person they are. If they're a bad person, they should not be treated the same way a pure of heart person. That was so cheesy. Pure of heart. But you get what I'm saying. So I think everyone should be given the fair chance to be treated equally. But if you do not earn that, it's innocent until proven guilty. People should be treated equally until given a reason to not be treated equally. but everyone should be given equal chances, equal opportunities. But if they are a criminal, I'm not going to treat you like I would treat my best friend. So no. Have you ever invented anything? I mean, I haven't really invented anything new. Like, I mean, I've invented my brand, I've invented my YouTube channel, but not like an invention itself. But, okay, so here comes the going back and forth and questioning things. Does this consider my YouTube channel an invention? Does this consider my Twitch channel an invention? If you have any opinions, weigh in, because I'm kind of doing my thing where I keep going back and forth on this one. I've made stuff, I've crafted stuff. I've, like, invented stuff for, like, crafts things, like little challenges, but not practical things. But I have, like, invented my brand. I think it said to create my own circumstances. So, my circumstances, inventing a brand is inventing. So, I'm going to say yes. It's just not a physical thing. It's a concept. Do you believe that you are worthy of someone's time investments? Oh boy. Oh boy. Here's where my low self-esteem comes into play. Do I believe that I am worthy of someone's time investment? Am I worth someone spending the time on? There are some things I do think I'm worth. I don't think I'm worthless. I think there are some things that I would say I'm worth. I don't know that I'd say I'm worth someone's time investment, though. Like, time is very valuable. And, hang on, sorry. I wouldn't say that I feel that I'm worthy of someone's time investments. Which is kind of weird, kind of bad to say when I have a YouTube channel and a Twitch channel. I'm like, I'm not worthy of your time watching me, sorry. Like, I want time investment, but I don't think I'm worthy of it now. Would you consider yourself to be open-minded? Yes, I feel like I might be over-explaining these things. I'm sorry, I ramble a lot. I have lots of thoughts up here. And I over-explain, so I apologize for that. If you want me to shut up, tell me. Because I'm not worthy of your time investment. Would you consider yourself to be open-minded? Yes, I do try to be open-minded. I'm sure there's areas where I fall short of this, but I do make an effort to be open-minded. Would you say that you sometimes have trust issues? Yes, 150%. I have really bad trust issues. Yes. Would you be alright with living alone forever? No. No, I could not do it. No way. I'm an extrovert. I need people. Do you always give someone the benefit of the doubts? Always? Always is a very strong word. So, no. I will sometimes give someone the benefit of the doubt, especially if it's not someone I know very well. I mean, I guess it depends because I do have trust issues, but if it's like a minor mistake, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt that that was an accident. But I don't always, I wouldn't say always. There are some times where I'm like, no, I need an explanation. I can't just give you the benefit of the doubts. I do sometimes, but I couldn't say always. Do you dislike the sound of your own voice? Yes. Yes, I very much dislike the sound of my own voice. I distinctly remember, hi Steven, how are you doing? I very distinctly remember, like, the first time I heard my voice on a recording, I'm like, is that what I really sound like? And I was just like, no, I hate that. And now I spend so much time editing my own videos and listening to my own voice, and like, yes, I do dislike the sound of my own voice, definitely. Do you like the color blue more than the color black? No, I do really like the color blue, but black is one of my favorite colors, so I can't say I like blue more. Probably the only color I like more than black is purple. If you found money on the streets and knew who it belonged to, would I give it back to them? If I knew who it belonged to, yes. For sure. I would feel really bad keeping that for myself. Are you sure you want the answers you seek? Okay, that's a loaded question. That makes me a little nervous. Am I sure I want the answers that I seek? Yeah. Yes, I am sure. I want to know. Are you afraid of spiders? I'm not fond of spiders. They're not a huge fear of mine. But if I do see a spider in the house, I'm calling my husband to kill it. So, I guess, yes. Like, not super afraid. I can handle it, but if I don't have to handle it myself, I don't want to handle it myself. So, like, it's in between. I'm gonna say yes, just because if a spider was crawling on me, I would freak out. If you knew you would emerge unscathed, would you jump into molten lava? Yes. It looks so satisfying. Molten lava is one of the most satisfying things to look at. And every time I see it, I'm like, I want to touch it, but I know that would be a bad idea. Not that I've ever seen it in person, but in videos and stuff, I'm like, I just want to stick my hand into it. But that would be a very, very bad idea. So if I could emerge unscathed, yes, I would. Would you consider yourself to be fat? No. I wouldn't consider myself to be skinny, but, I would consider myself, like, in the middle, average, maybe a little on the heavier side, but I wouldn't say fat. Would you say that you have a lot of charisma? In D&D, yes. I always make really high charisma characters. For my own charisma stats, I guess yes, because, I mean, I make YouTube videos, I have, a certain presence, I guess. Gorgeous is what you are. Oh, thank you, sweetie. But would I say, sorry, I got distracted by my husband being sweet. Do I have a lot of charisma? I'm gonna say yes, because I make YouTube videos, I put myself out there a lot. I feel like you have to have a lot of charisma in order to make videos and stream and stuff. Have you ever wished you could be temporarily frozen? Like, frozen in time, or like, frozen cold? I don't like the cold, so I'm gonna say no. Like, no, I've never been like, ooh, I wish I was frozen. In carbonites? Frozen carbonite, sure, but no, I've never wished I was frozen. This is all very interesting, is it? Did you realize that the last letter of the previous 5 questions when put together spelled the name Satan? No, I did not. Does that make you uncomfortable? A little bit. I mean, yes and no. Like, if there's like a coincidence of the first letter of each sentence coming together and spelling Satan, like, whatever, that doesn't make me uncomfortable. But the fact that it was done intentionally in a quiz that's telling me about my personality makes me a little nervous. So, just slightly, very slightly uncomfortable. Are you good at finding hidden puzzles or clues? I'm not bad. I'm not the best. But I enjoy it, so I'm going to say yes. Because it is something I like to do. Like, I like escape rooms and stuff. Are you wondering what other hidden messages are placed within these questions? Yes, after finding out that 5 questions in a row spelled Satan, I'm very curious what else is there. And I should probably be trying to keep an eye on things. I'm going to keep an eye on the first letter. Have you been entirely honest with your answers thus far? Yes. Are you afraid of the consequences for answering questions dishonestly? No. I'm not afraid of the consequences for that. I just want to be honest. Were you aware that there could be potential consequences for answering dishonestly? No. And I honestly don't believe that there are. Are you wondering how these questions began to take a strange turn? Yes, I am a little bit. Like, this suddenly got very different than the normal, do you fear this? Would you consider yourself captivated? Yes, I am very curious about this. Very interesting. Would you consider yourself to be brave? No, I would not say that I am brave. I'm brave in the sense that I don't mind putting myself out there. I'm brave in the fact that I project confidence even when I don't have it. But, like, as far as walking into some kind of dangerous situation, no, I am not brave. Do you view yourself as someone with above average intelligence? Yes, I do. Sorry if that sounds conceited, but I was a straight A student in school. I was top of my class, so I do consider myself with above average intelligence. I consider myself extremely intelligent. Have you been looking for hidden messages in these questions? I keep forgetting! I want to, but I keep forgetting. So no, honestly, no. I want to, but I'm so captivated by the questions themselves. Are you wondering which hidden messages you may have missed? Yes, because I keep forgetting to look. Have you begun to wonder how long this test will take, or how many questions exist in this session? Yes, a little bit. I'm curious. Would you consider yourself to be a patient person? No. I am so impatient. No. I am not patient in the slightest. Do most humans annoy you? Ooh. Okay. Do most humans annoy me? Individually or collectively? Because individually, no. But collectively, when you put most humans in a group, yes. Because mob mentality is stupid. People individually are a lot smarter than people in a group. But individually, I would say no. No? I'm trying to think it through. Because I want to be honest here. Do most humans annoy me? No. I'm gonna say no. That's my gut instinct. Do you prefer animals to people? Yes. I prefer cats to everything. Do you believe in magic in a young girl's heart? That kind of magic, yes. Like, Wingardium Leviosa magic, no. So I'm going to say no. Do you believe in God or the existence of some higher power? Yes, I do believe in God. Do you fear death? Also yes. Are you attracted to someone who you're not currently in a relationship with? Well, like, yes and no. Like, no, I'm not attracted to, like, anyone I know, but I am attracted to, like, some actors and actresses, but it's, like, in a more abstract way. It's, like, as far as face-to-face people that I would interact with, the only person I'm attracted to is my husband. But there are some influencers and that I'm attracted to. But, so, does that count? Like, it's a different kind of attraction, right? When it's, a celebrity that's like, oh yeah, they're very good looking. And also, yes, they might have an attractive personality, but... So, I guess, yes, I am attracted to some other people. Just not people in my life that I know. If that makes sense. Did you answer that last question with 100% honestly? Yes, I went back and forth on it. Are you alone? Checking to see if any cats are in the room with me. Yes, I am alone. Are you sure? There could be a cat hiding behind that pillow back there, so I'm going to say no. Sith could be hiding behind the pillow over there. If I told you with utmost certainty that there's something watching you, would you believe me? Considering that I am live on Twitch with 3 viewers right now, I would say yes. I would believe you. Have you wondered who I am? Yes, you are very mysterious. Your room is interesting. I am very curious as to who you are. Have you had shivers at any point during the session? I do now! I don't think I did previously, but just then I did. So yes. Do you feel like you're being watched? I mean, I am being watched. So, yes. Have you considered quitting the session early? No. This is fun. Do you drink water every day? Yes, I do. Because, like, the only things I drink are water, tea, and whiskey. Those are the only things that I drink. Do you eat at least once per day, every day? Yes. Do you realize that there's a high probability that you've missed a plethora of hidden messages thus far? Yes, I'm still forgetting to look. Are you wondering what they are? Yes, tell me. Would it bother you to never know without finding them yourself? Yes. Yes, I need to know. Is your favorite number 7? No, my favorite number is 13. Life is short, but it's the longest thing we'll ever do. Do you agree? I like that. That's clever. I like that. It's kind of funny because I was filming YouTube videos before I went live, and one of the videos I filmed was reacting to people who aren't technically wrong. And this is like one of those statements, like, life is short, but it's the longest thing we'll ever do. It's a different way of thinking, but it's not technically wrong. So, do I agree? Yes, I do agree with that. Oranges cannot be compared to apples. Do you agree? No, anything can be compared. It's apples to oranges. Those are things that can be compared as totally different things. For example, apples are delicious. Oranges are disgusting. So yes, I just compared them. So no, you can compare anything. It just might not be a good comparison. Venus is sometimes referred to as the morning star. Did you know that? I know I've heard that. I know I've heard that. So yes. I would not have been able to, like, pull that information out in a conversation, but, I have heard that before. Everyone deserves a second chance. Do you agree? Yes. I feel like if someone is sincere about turning over a new leaf, they deserve a second chance. They have to be sincere, and they have to prove that they're sincere, but that's part of the second chance, is them proving that they're sincere in this. I believe that anyone can be redeemed. You can do anything you put your mind to. Do you agree? Yes. I am a very, very determined person. So yes, I definitely agree with that, because I will do anything I put my mind to. Obedience is more important than freedom. Ooh. Okay. No, I do not agree with that. I do not agree with that. I think freedom is more important. Because what's the point of obedience if you're not free to disobey if you wanted to? Like, what's the significance of being obedient if you don't have the freedom to not be? Underwater adventures sound like a fun time. That is such a weird sentence. Underwater adventures sound like a fun time. Why is that such a weird thing? Do you agree? No. No, I don't like being underwater. I am actually very afraid of going underwater. I had to take a swim class in college, and I hated it so much because I hate putting my face underwater. Like, that's what it is. Like, I like swimming, but if my face is underwater, I hate it. And, like, one of the things was we had to dive underwater in this class, and I'm just like, why do I have to dive? I don't want to dive. I mean, I did it. This was, like, the first time I'd ever purposely gone underwater aside from being baptized, which one of the reasons I put off being baptized as long as I did was because I was afraid of going underwater. I was terrified. So no. Did you realize that the first letters of the previous 8 questions spelled the phrase, I love you? Oh, that's so sweet. So no, I did not, but I was very suspicious with the underwater adventures that was something that, that there was some hidden message there. Like, I knew that had to mean something. So I'm not surprised by that. But I did not know that it spelled I love you. That's very sweet. Thank you. Do you wish to be loved? Doesn't everyone? Of course I wish to be loved. Have you ever felt hated? I've definitely felt disliked. Have I ever felt hated, though? I'm going to say yes. Yeah, I'm going to say yes, because I feel like my ex-best friend hates me. Because of the way I cut things off with her. I did not do it well. She deserved to be cut off. It was a very, very toxic relationship. She put me down all the time, and, it was terrible. She was a very toxic friend. But she definitely did not believe herself to be. She is someone who thought she was always right, who could never, ever see any fault in herself. So the fact that after I went to college and I made true friends and I realized what real friendship was, I cut her off. And so I definitely feel like she probably resents me for that. Even though I did eventually try to explain it to her, she didn't believe me. So yeah, I feel I feel like she probably hates me. Or at least had some hatred towards me. And hello over on TikTok, it's Anthony. How are you doing? Do you have any addictions? I have an addiction that I've struggled with in the past. And I feel like you can never really be clear of any addiction. You can be mostly like, it's always a constant state of recovering. Like, that's why they say I'm a recovering alcoholic. It's never I'm a recovered alcoholic, because it's always there. The temptation's always there under the surface. For me, it was self-harm. Told you I was gonna be completely honest, so this is suddenly really awkward. But yes, I have not in a while, but that is definitely an addiction I have struggled with. It's Anthony, I'm glad you're doing good. I'm doing good, or at least I was until that last question that got, really awkward. I am doing the test over on Twitch. It is this weird, like, indie horror personality test-esque thing. I don't know, it's weird. Do you dislike the color pink? No, I used to. I used to hate the color pink because it was a girly color and I wasn't like other girls. Yes, I was one of those girls. Now, pink is not one of my favorite colors. It's definitely down there as far as, like, colors go. But it's also not my least favorite. Orange is my least favorite color. I hate the color orange. But pink, depending on the shade, I like hot pink. I like a good fuchsia. Pastels, no. Pastel pink I do hate, but I do not hate pink in general anymore. So no, I have moved past that. Does the color gray seem depressing? No, I love the color gray. A lot of decor accents I put in the house are gray. I think it's a very good neutral color. Do you enjoy loud music? Yes, especially if it is heavy metal. Rock music is my favorite kind of music, and that's generally best enjoyed loud, so yes. Do you like to dance? Yes, I do. I was actually a dancer for a good portion of my life. Not professional, but like I went to dance classes, I competed in dance competitions, placed first and second a couple times. So yes, I do like to dance. My throat is getting dry. This requires talking way more than I normally do on stream. Hello! Yes, I do remember you. How are you doing? Would you consider yourself normal? I mean, what really is normal anyway? But no, I would not consider myself normal. I'm not normal. I'm weird. Do you love your parents? Yes, I do. Unless you're talking about my biological father, who I do not love. But my mom and my dad, because I call my stepdad my dad, he is my dad, them I love very much, so yes. Have you ever been lied to? Yes, I'm sure I've been lied to. I'm trying to think of any time off the top of my head that I've been lied to. But, I know I have been. Like, I feel like everyone's been lied to at some points. So yes. Oh, yeah, totally. I had a good friend in high school who loved causing drama. And at one point, we liked the same guy, so she lied to me that another mutual friend of ours liked me and wanted to go out with me, so that I would become interested in him instead. I don't know how she thought that would work, but yes, I have been lied to. Our friendship kind of fell apart a little bit after that, but we actually did eventually become friends again. Got to go be back in a sec. Awesome! Well, not awesome that you have to go, but awesome that you'll be back. Do you get angry often? Often. I'd say yes. There's a lot of things that do make me angry. I think a lot of it is just anger at society in general. Anger at, again, like I said, people individually do not annoy me as much, but people as a group do annoy me. So that's what it is. It's just like people being stupid. That makes me angry. So yes. I wouldn't say like I lash out in anger a lot. I don't like become visibly angry a lot. But I do have like a lot of internal anger. So yeah. Do you hold grudges? Yes, I'm bad about that. I always have been. Especially if you do something to wrong a friend of mine. I'm very, very protective of my friends. And I'm way more likely to forgive someone who has wronged me than forgive someone who has wronged a friend. Have you ever forgiven someone? Yes. Yes, I have. I have forgiven my ex for being emotionally abusive. Now, forgiveness does not mean it was okay. And does not mean I ever want to see his face again, because I would probably throw up and go into some kind of PTSD thing. But I have forgiven him. I do not hold that. I think forgiveness is very important. I had someone explain to me once that forgiveness is not for the other person. Forgiveness is for you to release the weight of it. So, I do make it a point to forgive people. Even though I do hold grudges, I also try to forgive, if that makes sense. But yeah, like I said, forgiveness is not for the other person. It is for you to release yourself from that weight. There are some people that I have not been able to forgive yet, but I'm working on it. But yes, I have forgiven people. Have you ever done something that you knew you shouldn't have done, but still did anyway? Yeah, I mean, who hasn't, right? I've done stupid stuff. Have you ever lied? Yes. Yes, I've definitely lied. I remember, like, the first lie I remember telling is so stupid. But it was me as, like, when I was a kid, I would lie about having brushed my teeth. Because I just didn't want to do it, I guess. I don't know. Who understands kid logic? But when my mom would ask, I'd say, yes, I did. And then one day, I don't know why, but like the weight of the lies, I was suddenly like, it's bad to lie, and I've been lying about this, and I like go to my mom crying, I'm like, I've been lying about brushing my teeth. And she's just like, okay. She's like, okay. She just looked at me and she was like, okay. I'm like, no, I've been lying. I was like, why are you not getting upset? I've been lying to you. I am terrible. I don't remember where the conversation went after that. I just know. I was like, what? Why aren't you upset? I just confessed to lying. But yes, I have lied. Have you ever cheated on a test? Yes, I have. Once. No, couple times. But it was an algebra test of all things. Algebra's always been my best subject, so I don't know why it was an algebra test that I cheated on. But there was like these formulas that we had to memorize, and for some reason, like, I could not get these formulas in my head. I kept forgetting them. Like, I knew how to do everything, I just kept forgetting the actual formula itself. So I wrote it on a sheet of paper and hid it in my sleeve and cheated. But yes, I have. I do not recommend it, though. You won't cheat on this test. That's so ominous. But no, I don't plan on it. I don't think you can. Do you think flowers are more beautiful than trees? I'm actually not big on flowers. I like calla lilies. I like carnations. I like some roses. I like some lilies, but, I don't think any of them have, like, the beauty of a dogwood tree or a weeping willow. Oh, my weeping willows are gorgeous. So, no. I do not think so. Have you ever wanted to be an animal instead of a person? Oh, yeah. I have definitely wished I was a cat before. Watching, my cat Sith, just, like, be relaxed and passed out and look so cozy, I'm like, oh, I wish I was a cat. Do you believe you have psychic powers? Yes. I do. I have had, several dreams that ended up happening. I've had other, like, very strong feelings. Like, one day I was like, I need to leave early because there's going to be a wreck on the way and traffic will be backed up. So I need to leave now. And I was right. I was like, that was a very specific scenario that just conjured in my head. I was not, like, watching the news. I was at my vanity doing my makeup. I had no way to know that. But for some reason, that just very, very clear thought in my head. And, there's just been a couple of other random things like that where I just get this really strong feeling or compulsion to do something. because of something that I somehow know is going to happen, and it does. And yeah, multiple dreams have come true. I remember I had a dream of part of the ending of the 7th Harry Potter book before it was released. And when I got to it in the book, I was like, oh, I know what's about to happen. I've read this before. So yes, I do. Have you ever seen a ghost? No, I do not believe I have ever seen a ghost. I feel like I would remember that if I had. So no. Do you dream often? Yes, I have very vivid dreams very often, and some of them come true. Do you have nightmares often? Yes. I'd say my nightmares aren't terrible. Normally it's like kind of an action-y nightmare. It's scary, but I'm constantly like doing stuff trying to survive. But I'd say about half my dreams are like that. Do you suffer from anxiety attacks? Yes, I definitely do very often. Do you suffer from depression? Yes, very much so. Do you exercise often and stay active? Yes, I try to exercise every day during the work week. It does not always happen, but I make an effort to. And I did work out this morning, so yay! Is there a particular type of food that you despise? Yes, pickles. Pickles are the worst thing on the face of this earth. They're disgusting. Would you consider yourself emotionally wounded? Yes. Yep, I would. I definitely have a lot of trauma in my past. Like I said, toxic best friend, like lifelong best friend. Have a lot of emotional damage from that. Abusive ex. Been sexually assaulted. So yeah, I'm emotionally wounded. Have you ever felt betrayed? Yes. I've definitely felt betrayed. Mostly, I'd say, by said toxic ex-best friend. This is very dark. I'm sorry. I was like, this will be a fun way to celebrate 150 followers, and so you can get to know about me, and it's all very dark and depressing. But yeah. Definitely when I started to realize that, my lifelong best friend was not that great of a friend, and I started, like, giving her more opportunities to be, and, like, standing up for myself more, and once I started standing up for myself, like, our relationship got really rough, and so I definitely felt betrayed by that. Do you ever feel lost in life? Yes, I've definitely felt lost in life. Right now, I feel like I'm kind of where I need to be. I feel good about where I'm at right now, but I have definitely felt lost in the past. Would you consider yourself a natural leader? Yes, I think leading is definitely a strong suit of mine. If you'd asked me when I was younger, I'd say no, I'm way too shy to lead, but since then I've felt way more called to lead and be a leader, and I feel like I thrive in that kind of environment. Like, I remember when I was getting my master's degree in business, we had this group project where we had to assign roles, and I was like the only person that was in this group that was like, for like, I went high school, college, masters, one after the other. Everyone else was like later in life coming back, so they were all like way older and more mature than I was, and I ended up being the leader in the group. And that was just, it's how it naturally fell. Like, that was naturally where I was most comfortable. It just naturally happened, so I would definitely say yes. I was surprised by that, because I was like, oh crap, I'm normally the leader in a group, but everyone else is way more advanced in years than I am, so they probably won't want me to lead them. But no, it worked out great. If you could push a button and destroy the world, would you press it? No, I live here. Why would I want to destroy the world when I live here? That sounds like a terrible idea. Do you sometimes dream of being a hero? Yes, I definitely dream. I mean, I have, little fantasies in my mind of, like, I read fantasy books growing up. Like, I'm a very creative-minded person, so of course I've imagined myself in these scenarios where I get to be a hero and whatnot. Ignoring the fact of, like I said earlier, I'm not brave and would not be the hero. But yes, I do sometimes dream of being the hero. Have you ever been bullied? Yes. I was bullied a bit in middle school. Nothing like major, it's just I was always a very unpopular person, and so I was bullied a bit. Have you ever bullied someone else? I think so, and I'm not proud of that, but, in elementary school, it's ridiculous, but, there was a guy that I had labeled my arch enemy, because, as someone in elementary school, of course I had to have an arch enemy, and this guy was my arch enemy. And, like, I would kick him, and, it sounds so bad. Like, I wouldn't, I'd kick him in the shins a bunch, and he would chase me around the playground, and, yeah, like, we considered each other arch enemies. For some reason. I don't know how that even started. Like, I really don't know, looking back. We ended up becoming friends in high school. But I don't know how we became arch enemies, but I'd say I definitely bullied him. I feel bad about that. I don't think he took it too personally, though, considering we did eventually become friends. So I'm glad for that. Would you consider yourself to be a dreamer? Very much so. Yes. I'm daydreaming all the time. Like I said, imagining myself as a hero in these scenarios, definitely a dreamer. Do you sometimes hurt people's feelings unintentionally? Yes. I think everyone does at some point. You kind of have to in order to stand up for yourself sometimes, because not everyone's going to be happy with what you have to do for yourself at times. And that's something I've struggled with a lot. I'm a bit of a people pleaser, so I will put everyone else's feelings above my own and neglect myself in order to not upset people. But I'm trying to get better about that. So yes, I've definitely hurt people's feelings unintentionally. Do you find space fascinating? I find space, yeah, I think it's fascinating and scary, absolutely terrifying, but I think scary and terrifying can be very synonymous with fascinating. Would you consider yourself to be an artist? No, I suck at arts. I'm good at, like, artistic things, like, making videos, editing thumbnails. Like, that's about all I can do with Photoshop is editing thumbnails. Like, writing. That's my art, is writing. I do art with words. But an actual artist? No. Would you consider yourself to be a good friend? No. That's something that I try to work on. That I am actively trying to work on. But no, I would not say that I consider myself to be a good friend. I don't keep in contact with my friends as much as I would like to. I'm really bad about that. I kind of have a out of sight, out of mind thing with people. Like, not that I forget about them, like I still love them and still care about them. But if something's not in front of my face, I often don't think about it as much, and yeah, so no, I wouldn't say I'm a good friend. I'm really trying to get better about staying in contact with my friends. Would you consider yourself to be flawed? Yes, and anyone who would answer no to this, you're wrong. Everyone is flawed in some way. Have you ever fantasized about being a supervillain or performing a heinous, egregious crime? Yes. Yes, I have. I've definitely... Yeah. Do you believe in perfection? No. Well, yes. I believe in perfection. I do not believe it is achievable by humanity. So yes, I believe perfection exists. I just do not believe that it is achievable because humans are flawed. Have you ever stolen from someone? Let me think. I don't think I have. But, just want to make sure. Ooh. This was not on purpose. But, a guy that I was kind of like, sort of dating. We, like, never went on dates, but we were both flirting with each other in high school. He let me borrow a couple of books that he had recommended to me. And then, we stopped talking. And he never got his books back. It was not intentional on my parts, but, he was the one that cut off contact, in my defense. So I guess I did kind of steal those books from him, but it was an accident. So yes. Would you ever kill someone under any circumstances? Under any circumstances? Yeah, of course there's gonna be some... Of course. Like... yes, there... If my friends or family were in danger, if it was self-defense, then yes, I think I would be capable of that. I don't think it would be easy. I think I would be emotionally scarred from it. But if I had to do it, I would. If you had one day to live, would you tell anyone? Yes. I feel like that would be a really awful surprise to drop on someone. Like, I would definitely want to tell people so that we can make the most of it. Have you ever told your darkest secrets to someone? Yes. My husband, Steven, he knows everything about me. Do you trust me even though you know nothing about me? No. You're very sketchy. You say some stuff that makes me nervous. I do not trust you. Do you know who I am? No! Tell me who you are. I'm curious. Well, I know who you are. That's creepy. This is why I don't trust you. If I appeared behind you right now, would you scream? Yes! I'm extremely jumpy. I would definitely scream. And now I'm like, feeling the need to look behind me. I'm scared. If I told you I've been behind you this entire time, would that scare you? Should probably have taken my headphones off before I spun like that. Oh crap. Hang on. Apologies. I got nervous. So yes, clearly. Would you consider yourself to be empathetic? Okay. I need to think about, I always get empathy and sympathy confused. Empathetic is you feel it yourself, while sympathetic is that you're understanding to someone else's plights, I think. So yes, I would consider myself to be empathetic. I do not consider myself to be sympathetic, and I realize that might be kind of confusing, because that seems like two things that would go together. But I feel things very strongly. Like, if I'm a sympathetic crier. If I see someone upset, I feel it myself and I get upset. But I don't have much sympathy. Um, yeah, I just feel like I'm a little lacking in sympathy, but I'm extremely empathetic. Would you consider yourself to be romantic? No. No, my husband's the romantic one. I will sometimes be unexpectedly romantic, but, I just heard a movement behind me. I think there is a cat in here. I am not alone. No, I am not very romantic. I like romantic things and romantic gestures, but, I'm not. Have you ever been in a physical fight? I have been punched and I have punched someone else. Those are two separate instances, so neither was technically a fight. And yeah, the person I punched was the same archenemy I told you about earlier. But I have never been in, like, a fight, so no. Are you prone to headaches or migraines? I get headaches. I think they're often stress-related, but yes. Do you look at the ground when you walk? Yes, I do. Are you attracted to the opposite sex? Yes, I am. Would you ever shave your head? I like my hair. I like doing fun things with my hair, like this. I like the side-shaved look, but shave it completely. But the thing is, like, would you ever, like, the way these are phrased, it's, like, I'm sure there's circumstances where I would. I'm gonna say no. That's like my gut instinct is no, I wouldn't want to. I'm sure there's some circumstance where I would, but I can't think of what it would be. Are you attracted to muscular bodies? No, not really. I don't like overly muscular men. Like some muscle, sure. There's some... like, I have been attracted to some men with muscles. I mean, everyone has muscles, but you know what I mean. But like overly muscular, like no. Like, for example, Jason Momoa. I acknowledge he's a very good-looking man, but he is too muscular for me. I'm not attracted to that. So no. Do you ever dance when no one is looking? Yes, I do. I dance all the time. Well, not literally all the time, but I will definitely blast music and dance when I'm alone in the house. Do you trust your best friend entirely? Yes, I do. Do you remember your childhood extremely well? No, I have blocked out a lot of it, I think, because of trauma response. There are things that I'm like, I wish I remembered, but I have so many gaps in my memory that I honestly think it has to be a trauma response. Hello, Zozo, on TikTok. How are you doing? I am playing the test over on Twitch. It is very interesting. Very deep and dark. Would you rob a bank if you could get away with it? Yes. If I could get away with it? Yeah. If I'm being completely honest, yes. Okay. You would too? Okay, good. I'm glad I'm not alone in that. Do you ever dream about running from a killer? Yes, I have had multiple dreams like that. Do you ever dream about falling off a cliff? Oh my, I have falling dreams so much. I will so often just like wake up catching myself on the bed. It feels so real, so yes. Do you ever dream about being naked in public? No, I cannot say that I've had that one. Do you enjoy scary movies or books? Yes, I do enjoy some scary movies. I have limits of what I can watch. That means angels were carrying you? Interesting. Why'd they drop me? Yes, there are a lot of scary movies I enjoy. I just generally have to stay away from the paranormal stuff, because that stuff freaks me out. But, like, your everyday killer, love that. In movies, not in real life. You weren't ready to go to heaven. Oh! Okay. That's freaky. Thank you for the follow! Do you enjoy comedic television shows or movies? Yes, I like some good comedy. Do you like being the center of attention? Yes, I do. That's why I'm streaming right now. I think it'd be difficult to enjoy streaming if I didn't like being the center of attention. Do you feel like something is always watching you? Yes. Oh my, like, I've always been so paranoid about that. Even when I'm, like, completely alone in the house, I feel like someone is watching me. Have you ever wondered what it would be like to go to space? Yes, I have definitely wondered about that. I'm hoping to find out when In Space with Markiplier comes out on Monday. That's basically gonna be like going to space myself, right? Have you ever had an out-of-body experience? I don't think so. I've experienced, like, derealization, where it doesn't feel like anything around me is real, but I don't think I've ever had an out-of-body experience. Have you ever punched a nun? Okay, this question. Why is this question here? Why? Have you ever punched a nun? No, I have not. How many people answer yes to this? Do you like dogs better than cats? No, I love dogs, but I like cats more. Do you prefer to read more than you prefer to watch movies? Yes. I have trouble sitting through movies a lot of times. I love to read them. Are you still wondering why I asked you if you ever punched a nun? Yes. Why did you ask me that? Oh my, I feel like I'm gonna lose my voice. Oh my. My cat's beside me and started moving the curtain and freaked me out. Do you get starstruck easily? Yes. Yes, I definitely do. I had to think about that, because I have met a lot of celebrities, because I go to conventions all the time, but, so I'm like, do I? Because I feel like I'm kind of used to it now. Like, I'm good at hiding the fact that I'm starstruck. I'm good at, like, interacting with them like they're human beings, because they are. I don't want to be all, like, weird about it, but, I have to say that I do. Because there is an improv troupe here in my hometown that does a lot of comedy sketches, and they do some supernatural comedy sketches, and I love Supernatural, so I've gone to see them some, and I went to the store the other day, this was a while ago. Well, hello, Sith. And the guy who played Sam Winchester in the local show works there. Like, this is just some local downtown improv group. Obviously, they have jobs outside of this. This is not a big thing. But I was, like, panicking. I'm like, oh my, it's Sam Winchester. It's the guy who plays Sam Winchester. It's Sam Winchester. What? I was freaking out, starstruck. To make things even better, though, this guy went to school with my husband. Like, he knows him. I'm just, like, getting starstruck. trying to have a normal conversation with him. So I have to say yes after that experience. Hang on. Seth, are you okay? My cat was falling off the window. What's my Twitch name? It is Ineffable Bree. The exact same as it is on TikTok. Sorry, my cat was falling off the window. He is, and breaking in a lot of my blinds. Oh my. I don't know what he's doing. He is, falling a lot today. Earlier, he was on our bar, and, yes, he is okay. He is resilient. He is now chasing his tail, so he is perfectly fine. He has had worse falls, like earlier today, when he was on the bar, and, he, like, was messing around, like, batting at a plastic bag that was up there, and then he fell off the bar into our dog's water bowl. He was not pleased. But he is fine, aren't you, Seth? You okay, baby? Yeah. He's just fine. Oh, gee, that's a lot of blood. I know. I'm really curious as to what happened in this room. But anyway, yes. All this to say, I do get starstruck easily. I'm just good at hiding it. Do you hate going to big parties and social gatherings? No, I love it. Is your favorite part of your birthday receiving presents? No. My favorite part of my birthday is, throwing a party. I love throwing parties. My original, career plan was to become a party planner. Now, yes, receiving presents is one of my favorite parts, and I would probably say that it was my favorite part if it were not for one birthday, where I put so much effort into planning the birthday party. This is my 13th birthday. Oh, thank you so much for the follow! But yeah, I put so much effort into planning the party for my 13th birthday, I completely forgot about people bringing me presents. Like, I forgot that was even a thing. And, like, one of my friends came in and was like, where do I put the presents? And I'm like, wait, I'm getting presents? Oh, right. This isn't just about a party. I get birthday presents. I completely forgot about it. So, no. The party outweighs the presents. Seriously, though, have you ever punched a nun? Like, really, just bam, right in the face. Nun punch. No! No, I have not. No! Did you laugh? Yes, because it's just so ridiculous. Did you say WTF in your head or even out loud? No, I did not. I was just like, why? Why is this? I think I had thoughts that were similar to that in the same line as that, but I don't think I thought those exact words. Are you now eager to somehow get the opportunity to punch a nun sometime soon? No, I don't want to punch a nun. You've made me curious about it. I will admit that. Now I'm really curious. But I don't want to punch a nun. If there's a hell, do you think you're going to it? No. No, I don't. I have a relationship with Jesus, so no. Do you enjoy fantasy fiction games? Yes, 100%. Okay. Woo. It's getting hot in here. This got very... Okay. No. No, I do not. I'm going to watch you in your Twitch stream, okay? Okay, thank you so much! I really appreciate it. No. In answer to that, no. Are you wondering what constitutes frequently? No, I'm wanting to move on from this subject. Are you more than slightly uncomfortable right now? Yes! I'm very uncomfortable right now. Is your mouth dry? Yes, because I've been talking nonstop. Does profanity make you uncomfortable? No. No, it doesn't. I'm used to it. My dad swears like a sailor. Because his dad was in the Navy. So, welcome, Bryn. Glad to have you over here. I appreciate you coming over. But no. My dad swears like a sailor because his dad was in the Navy, so his dad was a sailor. So, I'm very used to it. Do you believe in legendary beasts such as the Loch Ness Monster or Bigfoots? I don't believe in Bigfoots. Loch Ness Monster, I believe that there could be something out there that we don't know about. Like, we don't know so much about what's in the water. There's so much we don't know. So, I would not be surprised if there's something crazy down there that we would, like, attribute as the Loch Ness Monster. Like, I think, yeah, there could be something to it. I don't think it's necessarily like this dinosaur-like thing that a lot of people imagine it to be, but I think there could be something big there that we just don't know about. So, sure. Not exactly as they're presented, but I think there could be something inspired the legends, right? There had to have been something that people spotted to begin with. Are you poor with money management? No. I'm, pretty good with it, so I keep a budget. Choose one of these numbers that you feel resonates with you the most. 13! 13's my favorite number, so yeah, 13. Choose one of these colors that you feel resonates with you at the very moment. Purple! Always purple. Purple's my favorite color. I mean, obviously, like, everything's purple back here. Choose one of the words that you feel resonates with you the most this very moment. Wicked, sick, plagued, wretched, toxic, vile. Wicked. Like, that one just stood out to me. Wicked. Wicked sounds way more fun than the others, too. Choose one of these words you feel resonates with you the most this very moment. Blessed, glorious, divine, angelic, heavenly, celestial. Divine. I like the sound of divine. Like, this is divine. Of course, purple. Yes, of course. So I'm gonna go with divine. It's what's resonating the most at that moment? Divine was. Choose one of these words you feel resonates with you the most at this very moment. Luck, skill, strength, agility, intellect, charm. Intellect. I value intellect a lot, so that's not a surprise to me. Do you enjoy solving mathematical puzzles? Yes. I mean, algebra was my favorite subject in school for a reason. Do you speak more than one language fluently? No. I know a little bit of Spanish, but not enough to carry a conversation. Oh my. Have you ever visited a country other than your own? Yes, I have visited Mexico and the Dominican Republic. And I live in the United States. Do you enjoy coffee? No, I hate it. It's disgusting. With all those resonate questions, I thought that was going to be the end of it, but nope, we're still going. Do you believe in demons? Yes, I do. As I mentioned before, I'm a Christian, so yes, I do believe in demons. Do you believe in angels? Yes, I do. Are you afraid of sharks? Yes, I think that's a very logical thing. And I also love the ocean. So, yes, I am afraid of sharks. Do you prefer baths over showers? To get clean, no. But I definitely prefer taking a bath. I love just soaking in the bathtub. That's a way that I practice self-care a lot. So, yes. But, like, to get clean, I take a shower. Because I don't want to just sit and stew in my own filth. But I enjoy the practice of taking a bath more. Does the smell of perfume or cologne give you headaches? Yes, it does. If it's not very strong, I'm good. Like, I wear perfume, but I don't wear anything that's extremely overbearingly strong. Like, I remember being in the locker room in school, and girls would spray perfume, and I would have trouble breathing. It aggravates my asthma, more than anything, but yeah, that would give me headaches. And oh my, the guys in high school with their Axe body spray, terrible. So yes. Did you see your shadow move in your room? Did you see a shadow move in your room a few minutes ago? I saw my black cat. He's kind of a shadow. Otherwise, no, the lights are out for ambiance, so no, I did not. Perfume gives me headaches too. Well, I feel like a lot of people don't understand that. Like I said, girls in the locker room just dousing themselves with perfume with, like, no regard for the people around them. It's like, not everyone can handle 5 liters of perfume being dumped in the room. That's fortunate. Okay. I'm glad that's a good sign. Do you ever hear your name being called? I'm really worried this is like working up to a jump scare or something. Do you ever hear your name being called even when you know no one is calling it? Yes. That has happened numerous times. Once I remember very clearly in walking through the hallway in high school, I heard the voice of my best friend saying my name. I turned around. She was not there. I continued walking. She was at her locker, which was on the other end of the hallway. But I, like, very clearly heard her voice. So, yes. Do things in your home often go missing and then reappear later? Things go missing. Like, so, we've had a couple of random disappearances. One of Sis' cat toys vanished. Like, we looked under every surface, could not find it. It vanished into the void. We played D&D, and one of our D20s, poof, gone, vanished, never found it. Like, this was back in our apartment. We moved out of the apartment. We cleaned it from top to bottom, never found it. And we've also had a couple of knives from our knife sets, just boom, magically gone. We've had 2 that just vanished. So, go missing? Yes. Reappear? No. Do you ever hear footsteps around when you're alone? Yes. I see shadows. I hear footsteps. I hear things. Yes. Scary. It's so weird. It's so weird. I'm like, I need an explanation for these things. Do you ever hear random knocking noises? Oh my, yes. I hear the knocking more than the footsteps for sure. Do you often look at the same time on the clock every day? No. I check my phone a lot. And that's where my clock is, so no. Have you ever felt your feet being grabbed at night while sleeping? No, but I feel like I will tonight. I mean, I felt Sith attack my feet while I'm sleeping. But no. Oh no. I'm gonna feel that tonight, aren't I? Do you have any pets? Yes, I have 3. Is your favorite color green? No. I feel like we're playing 20 questions now. Is it green? Is it purple? No. I like green. Are you attracted to a family member? No. That's weird. No. If you won the lottery, would you share the money with anyone? Yes. Yeah, I would want to give some to my parents for, like, everything they've done to me. I'd want to give them money to help them. So, yeah. If you could be the dictator of your own country, would you accept the role? Yes. Like I said before, I like to be a leader. I like to be in charge. I like control. So, yeah. No to you. That's a no for you. Yeah, I like the idea of ruling, so. Do you ever wonder what it would be like to be in prison? Sure. Like, I've idly wondered that. Like, not seriously, but an idle wonder, sure. like fishing? No. I don't have the patience for it. Do you like hunting? I've never gone hunting, so no. Do you like camping? No. I'm not big on the outdoors. My allergies do not permit it. Do you like guns? Yeah? I've only ever shot a gun once, but I want to learn how to shoot. So yeah, sure. Are you getting tired of answering questions? My voice is. But I still have an hour left on streams, so no. I could keep going. Going back into uncomfortable territory. I'm just gonna say yes and move on. We don't need to go into detail on that one. Eyes are the window to the soul. Do you agree? Yes, you can, see a lot in people's eyes. That's one of the reasons I'm very uncomfortable with eye contact. Is, like, I feel like when you make eye contact with someone, it's very intimate. My sis loves guns. Same. My sister loves guns. I feel like that's where I get it from, is like family. But yeah, eyes are the windows to the soul. That is why I'm uncomfortable with eye contact. I feel like it's very intimate, so I need to have like a close relationship with someone in order to have eye contact with them. Do you always keep your promises? I always try to. I feel like a promise is very important, so I try not to promise things that I can't follow through on. Hello, Major Saxon over on TikTok. How are you doing? I am streaming the test over on Twitch, and it's, this was supposed to be like a fun opportunity to share myself and my personality, and it's kind of uncomfortable. It's not as fun as I thought it would be. Okay, do I always keep my promises? I feel like I've probably broken a promise at some points. Like, I always try to keep my promises, and I try not to make promises that I can't keep. But I'm sure at some point I broke a promise. So, since it says always, I'm going to say no. I try to, though. Would you ever completely trust someone who's lied to you? As much as I have trust issues, I also believe that people can change. I think it would be very difficult, and they would definitely have to prove themselves. But if they, like, prove themselves, I think trust can be rebuilt. So, yes. Are you an only child? Yes. And I know I talked about my sister earlier, so that sounds confusing. But I am essentially an only child. I was raised as an only child. I have a half-sister. But she was raised by her mom, and I was raised by my mom. So we did not grow up together. So I do consider myself an only child because that's how I was raised. I see your comment of I do, and I don't know what that's an answer to. There have been too many questions. I'm like, Do you ever enjoy being drunk? Yes. I do sometimes enjoy that. I did not at first because I don't like the feeling of losing control, but every once in a while I enjoy it. Do you like tattoos? Yes, I love tattoos. Do you enjoy being high in any form? I don't know. That's not something I have experience with much. The only time I tried anything, I was also drinking, so I couldn't really tell what was from what. Tattoo, yes. I love tattoos. I don't know what to say on this. I'm going to say yes, just because, I think medically it's good for my anxiety. Even though I don't have a lot of experience with it. I think if I tried it, it would help my anxiety. If, like, it's done in the right way, like, the right prescribed amounts, medically high. So we'll go with that. Do you believe you have a soul? Yes. Did you cry this week? Yes, I did. I cry a lot. But yes, I cried. I think I cried watching a YouTube video. Yes, oh my, okay, so it's kind of embarrassing. I've been going back and watching a lot of Markiplier videos, and I watched him getting his wisdom teeth removed, and he was getting, like, so sweet and sappy and just, like, telling everyone how much he appreciated them, and it was, like, so sweet and so touching, and it was, like, 1 a.m., and I'm getting emotional and crying because he's crying, and I'm a sympathetic crier, so yes. How was your day today? My day's been pretty good. Yeah, no complaints. Are you upset with someone right now? How did it know I cried? This test knows everything. It knows everything. Okay, are you upset with someone right now? Not actively, but, like, I do have some grudges. I have some standing grudges. But I'm not, like, actively upset. It's just still there in the background. So I'm gonna say no. Because I'm not, like, actively upset. Is there someone you're not being completely honest with daily? Yes. I have issues with hiding parts of myself, to make people around me happy. Particularly, family. So, yes. Do you understand how this works yet? You ask a question and I give an answer, and there's also definitely some stuff hidden. Like there's an arrow pointing to this bed and I don't know why, so no, I am so confused. If you answer the question twice, your truth may change. It's not just about answering the questions, it's about the time you spend answering them and the combination you answer them in. Okay. Interesting. So it's like calculating how long I spend deliberating on these. That's interesting. I mean, some of them I'm just telling stories, but I mean, some of it is actually deliberation. I'm not upset. I'm not upset. Nope. Good. It's better to not be upset. It's about many different variables you never guessed. Do you understand? Do you understand? Sorry, I was listening to We Don't Talk About Bruno earlier, so yes, I think I do. Are you wondering if the end of the test is coming soon based on the previous question you just answered? Yes, that seemed to make sense to me. If I were to tell you that this entire process was planted here for you, specifically you, to learn something about yourself, and anyone else that bothers using this is just a byproduct of its intention, would you believe that? No. No, I don't think this was designed for me specifically. Do you play Apex? No, I do not. Are you afraid of being abandoned? Yes, I have abandonment issues. Courtesy of said biological father that I mentioned earlier. Are you afraid of dying alone? Yes. Like I said, abandonment issues. I feel like that kind of goes together. I hate being alone. Do you worry that one day you'll be unexpectedly murdered? I worry about unexpectedly dying, but I don't think I've ever really worried about unexpectedly murdered. Like, I've worried more about, like, fatal accidents happening. So, no. And I have to go to the bathroom. This test is taking so long. I really have to go to the bathroom. So, before I move on to the next question, I'm going to run to the bathroom. And I will be right back. Do you play on Xbox or PC? Right now I'm playing on PC, but I also sometimes play on PlayStation. I'm not an Xbox person. I don't like the controller. We do own an Xbox because that's my husband's preferred platform, but not mine. Which is why I get to keep the PlayStation in my office. Anyway, yes, no, I do not worry about being murdered. Now I kind of do. Are you always on guard waiting to fend off an attack? When I'm in public, when I'm out and about, not at home. So not always, but like, in public, my anxiety is like, danger, danger, danger. So, yeah, in those cases, yes. But, not always. Just like when I'm in unfamiliar places. Or Target or Walmart at night. Depends on the situation, I guess. Do you feel like I know you yet? No. I feel like you know a piece of me, but there's so much about me that cannot be summed up in these questions. Have you heard any strange noises while answering these questions? Yes. I heard some rustling behind me. I think it was a cat. Ooh. I think we have enough information about you. Whether you skipped questions, answered honestly or dishonestly. Can you please play a game? I am playing a game over on Twitch. Whether you skipped questions, answered honestly or dishonestly, took loads of time to respond, or answered quickly without reading or understanding properly, I've been able to tell. I'm calculating your results. Okay. I'm judging you. Oh boy. Oh no, I don't like being judged. Okay, moment of truth. How accurate is this gonna be? Wow, you've sure managed to paint a vivid picture here, haven't you? I mean, I've been talking a lot out loud and definitely have painted a pretty good picture of myself. I have not held anything back. I've been completely honest. You can be described as a lot of things, but one major issue you have is blatant. You're insecure. Well, just call me out, why don't you? You don't easily trust people, but you don't trust in yourself. And that is the biggest flaw of all. Yeah, no, I don't trust myself. I have serious trust issues with myself. I will ask Steven things that I should know myself. I'm like, am I okay doing this? He's like, of course you are. And I'm like, okay, I don't trust my own judgment on things. I don't trust myself. So yeah, I would definitely say that is one of my biggest flaws. Why? Because you're beautiful. Oh, thank you. You don't even see it, do you? No. You don't even understand just how magnificent you truly are. Oh, this just got very sweet. If you could see yourself the way others see you, you'd have all the confidence in the world. I have a hard time believing that. I don't think everyone sees me as beautiful and magnificent. I somehow doubt that. I know my husband does, but I don't think that's the way like all others see me. Every time someone says something nice to you, you make up an excuse as to why it isn't true. Oh boy, I feel very called out. Steven, I do. Thank you. But yeah, okay. Seriously, yeah, whenever someone says something nice to me, I'm like, ooh, I fooled them into thinking this. Every time someone says something negative about you, you take it to heart, and it stinks. Yes, I take negative comments to heart a lot. Oh, thank you for the kiss. It's even your ancestor, hey. But yes, I am definitely very sensitive to negative comments. Because I believe it. The people who are saying nice things are not saying them to make you feel better. They're saying them because they're true. Okay. Okay. Sure, I guess. The people who talk shit are doing it not because it's accurate. That jump scares me. The GIF jump scared you. The people who talk shit about you are doing it not because it's accurate, but because they're even more insecure than you. That I do believe. I think that people who put others down are doing it because of their own insecurity. Like, you wouldn't be putting others down if you were insecure about yourself, and so you're trying to make yourself feel better by putting others down. That makes sense. Yeah, I believe that. I still take it to heart, but I believe that. I try not to take it to heart. I try to remind myself that, but it's tough, especially when it's stuff that I already think about myself. They can't handle just how bright you shine inside and out. Okay? They can't handle how much potential you have and how much potential they lack. It burns them to the core and they lash out at you for it. Just trust me on this. Stop doubting yourself, put the haters to rest, and live your damn life the way you know you should. I like this. Like, this test was kind of scary all along, and I mean, it's very ominous. It's still in this blood-stained room. But, oh my, this got really sweet. And, like, really inspiring. I love this. You could be happy while they cry into their pillows at night. That's not your problem. Oh, wow. See, I care too much about others. I do. Because I care what everyone thinks about me. I care about making my best possible impression. Always. And I'm not going to make everyone happy. There's going to be haters, and I know that. But it hits me. And I do doubt myself a lot. You may or may not realize it, but you're a star. A pretty bright one, too. Well, thank you. Creepy person. Your secret word is love. Okay, remember this word. This will come in handy. Okay, love. I can remember that. Okay, and that's it. Is there gonna be a jump scare at the end? No? Love is my secret word. Okay, I get it. I know they've been of some help to you, but if they aren't yet, it will all make sense very soon. Trust me on that. That's ominous. But, I mean, yeah, no, it is helpful. I mean, it's sweet. It's good stuff. And I know at least most of what they said is true. I don't believe that if I saw myself the way all others saw me, I don't believe that part about seeing myself the way others see me. I don't believe people see me that way. But, it did make some really good points. Okay, there's other parts. Test hypothesis rising, final revolution, and testing chamber. Whew. There's 3 more of these. Oh, wow. Okay, wow. Whew, that was a very, very in-depth test. I feel like I just bared my soul to all of you. And now we're back to the creepy whispering on the title screen. So there's the test trilogy and testing chamber. Huh. Okay. Interesting. Hang on. It's still whispering to me. Exits. Yeah, that was something. I feel like it was a pretty good reading, though. Like, everything they said is definitely stuff that I struggle with. I don't really know what to say after all of that. That was, a lot. That was so much, so deep, very heavy. Let me know if you want me to play the other parts of this. It's all on Steam, so I can definitely play the other parts. I'm very curious about them. For sure. after that test, I'm just like, I feel very heavy because that was so much. That was a lot of introspection. A lot of introspection. Which is tough sometimes. I struggle with that. But I think it was very well made. I liked it. The aesthetics were cool. I'm very curious about secrets that are hidden in it. Like, I'm so curious. Let me know if you picked up on anything that I didn't, because I was so, like, focused on answering the questions that I kept forgetting about, looking for clues. But I feel like there was a lot hidden in that. I'm really hoping that MatPat does a game theory on it, because I think that could be very interesting, especially since there's more games that probably build out more lore. I'd be very interested in it, because there's clearly stuff hidden there. I mean, you're in a bloody room with an arrow pointing to a bed, and yeah, there's stuff hidden there, 100%. I'm so curious. But yeah. I think I'm gonna be ending stream a little early because I do not have it in me to do anything else right now. That was a lot, like I said. So it looks like Briarfire is playing Dead by Daylight, so let's go raid her and hype her up. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and letting me bare my soul to you and sticking around for all of that. You now know me very well. I will be streaming again on Thursday at 2:30 Central Standard Time. So I hope to see you again then, and let's go hype up Briarfire. Bye!